Hello, listeners, just everyone out there. I hope everyone has had quite the wonderful 2017, as it is now 2017 plus one. Wow, what a great time to be alive. This is the Iancast, where I, Iancast, read off suggestions provided by you all, the listeners, in a format in which I try to make the sounds you have given me, but I have no idea what the sounds are before I read them. Anyway, this episode is special in the way that it is after New Year's, and we have two sponsors this time around. The first sponsor is, in fact, the year 2017. Many dreams were crushed, many dreams were made, but hey, it's over. Isn't that great? Or is it sad? I don't know. It's up to you and your life. Second sponsor is water. You need it to be alive, and it's wet. It's pretty great all around. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and start this first episode of 2018. Let's begin. And now it's time for the first sound of 2018. I have no idea what it is, but I'm looking forward to it. Now, our first sound has been given by Tim, and Tim has given me the sound of a hammer hitting the aluminum roof of a shed. What a great way to start the year. Let's go ahead and begin. And that was the sound of a hammer hitting the aluminum roof of a shed. Thank you, Tim. Up next, in second place, is Guy. And Guy has given the sound of a cat throwing up a hairball. I have experienced this so many times with my numerous number of cats at my house. Let's go ahead and begin. And that was the sound of a cat throwing up a hairball. Thanks, Guy. Alright, after Guy, we have Sybil. And Sybil has given us the sound of popping bubble wrap. Let's go ahead and begin. That was weak. Let's retry. You know what? This sound's gonna need something extra. Give me a moment. Alright, here we go. I got bubble wrap right here. There we go. That was actual bubble wrap. Except, for the very careful listener, you realize, no, that was actually Iancast. I'm really good at what I do. Thanks, Sybil. After Sybil, we have Bob. And Bob has the sound of a construction light. Let's go ahead and begin. And that was the sound of a construction light. Thank you, Bob. Alright, now Jeremy has submitted the sound of stomping through a deep puddle. Once again, this episode is sponsored by water. Anyway, let's go ahead and begin. And that was the sound of stopping through a deep puddle. Thank you, Jeremy. Alright, after Jeremy we have Cheryl. And Cheryl has the sound of picking a lock. Let's go ahead and begin. And that was the sound of picking a lock. Thank you, Cheryl. Alright, now we have Travis. Travis has submitted the sound of a car engine starting. I don't own a car, but I own a motorcycle, so I apologize if they sound somewhat alike. Anyway, let's go ahead and begin. And that was the sound of a car engine starting. Thank you, Travis. Alright, after Travis, we have Bryant. And Bryant has the sound of dribbling a basketball. Let's begin. And that was the sound of dribbling a basketball. Unfortunately, it was not inflated. Thank you, Bryant. And now, we have Winnie. What a nice name, Winnie. Winnie has given the sound of chickens excited to be fed. Now, I can't do too many chickens at a try, but I'll try my best. Let's go ahead and begin. And that was the sound of chickens excited to be fed. Thank you, Winnie. Daniel has given me the sound of $20 worth of quarters in a washing machine. Alright, let's go ahead and give this one a try. And that was the sound of $20 worth of quarters in a washing machine. Honestly, I'm not too proud of that one and might go back and change it later. Ha! That was terrible. I apologize deeply for that. Now it is time for our halfway but not halfway message from our sponsors, Water and 2017, with an important announcement with something that has touched the lives of many people. Drowning. Drowning is a serious and unfunny circumstance that many people find themselves in. Excuse me. Chris, the intern, did you just drink water as I'm trying to talk about drowning? No, don't. He's no longer working with us now. Anyway, drowning is a serious condition that affects many people, especially in 2017. Where many people lost their lives to drowning. Water is good and it's necessary for life. Don't consume too much of it or submerge yourself for too long or you will drown. 2017 has statistics on the topic. Don't become a statistic. Stay alive. Maintain an appropriate concentration of water in your body. Thank you all for that public service announcement. Now let's move back to the sounds. Right, and after that somewhat solemn announcement, we now have Larry. And Larry has the sound of a lobster riding a skateboard. Let's give this one a shot. And that was the sound of a lobster riding a skateboard, the skateboard moving over concrete because that's somewhat easier to make a sound out of. After Larry, we have Bill, and Bill has the sound of the rising employment rate. Well, this is a good sign our economy is back in a good place because 2018 is where it's at. Anyway, let's begin. Yay! Yahoo! I have a job now. And that was the sound of rising employment rates. Thank you, Bill. Alright. Now Brian has given us, through a submission, the sound of tuning a guitar. What the heck is a guitar? I have no idea what that is, but I will give it a shot. Ding, 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 ding. I apologize, I don't know what a guitar is. Thanks, Brian. Okay, now we have Gertrude, and Gertrude has the sound of deodorant spraying then catching on fire. I've done a similar one to this in the past, but let's go ahead and begin. And that was the sound of deodorant spraying then catching on fire. submitted by Gertrude. Thanks. Alright, now after Gertrude, we have Rachel, and Rachel has the sound of putting pants on. Alright, let's go ahead and see who wears the pants in this relationship. Alright, let's begin. And that was the sound of putting pants on. Thanks, Rachel. After Rachel, we have Vlad, and Vlad has the sound of playing Russian roulette with a Nerf gun. Alright, I do want to say, don't ever play Russian roulette, it's bad for your health. But anyway, let's go ahead and start. Ow! And that was the sound of playing Russian roulette with a Nerf gun. Thanks, Vlad. And after Vlad, we have Grover, and Grover has the sound of a sock puppet murder. Alright, let's see how this one goes. And that was the sound of a sock puppet murder. Thanks for that submission, Grover. Alright, now Troy has given me the sound of a faulty air conditioner. Let's give this one a shot. Let's begin. And that was the sound of a faulty air conditioner. Thanks for the submission, Troy. Up next, second to last, we have Paige. And Paige has given me the sound of turning a page. Oh, clever. Let's turn a new page in this new year of 2018. And that was the sound of turning a page. Thank you, Paige. Our final and last sound of the first episode of 2018 is Edward with the sound of being frozen. Let's go ahead and begin. And that was the sound of being frozen, as when water freezes, it lets off a tiny bit of air. So if you listen closely, you can kind of hear that if you didn't understand what was going on. Anyway, thank you, Edward. And that will do it for the sounds submitted by you all in this year's first episode of the Iancast. Not the first episode overall, but just this year's first one. Alright, that does it for this year. As I state again, I'm just happy that this has gone on so long. I want to thank everyone for listening. Our subset of subscribers who watch every single episode, the people who see these transcripts via fax, the people who get this in Russia via carrier pigeon, just everyone who's participated. I want to thank you all for your numerous submissions that we have to go through for all of the best ones. My editor does. I, once again, don't know what they are before I see them on the podcast. But thank you all for letting this new year start off so great. And to thank you all, with the idea of water and 2017 in mind, I have this water that I stored from 2017 that I will now be drinking. And I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me drinking this water from 2017. Have a good one, folks. Alright, see you later.